Hello and welcome to another episode of Inside the Ropes with Coach Mario. Coach Mario, owner and head coach of Warriors Pride Boxing Academy here in Miami, Florida. How are you guys doing this morning? It's a beautiful cloudless day here in Miami. I'm on my way to Tropical Park. We're a couple of weeks away from a USA Boxing sanctioned event that we have in the Keys, in Key West to be specific, April 27th. I'm preparing my guys. I'm off to the park. We're going to do some sprints today, all right? We're going to do 1 mile sprints. Going to do that 4 times. Make sure their timing is dropping. Make sure they're getting faster, stronger. We're working out as hard as we can, not only in the physical part, but also in the mental part. With a killer instinct type of mentality, they should prevail. But anyway, guys, I'm going to talk very briefly this morning about all the drama surrounding the Haney fan base, the Subriel Matias fan base. You know, boxing, there's a lot of gossip in boxing. And that's what keeps the sport alive, guys. You know, sometimes there's all this back and forth bickering between fighters, promoters, and everything else, guys. A lot of drama going on. Specifically, I'm referring to the assumption that some Haney fans have that and I laugh, guys, because Subriel Matias is ducking Devin Haney. All right? That is the assumption. That is what they're claiming. That's what all this brouhaha is all about. Brouhaha. I never said that word before, and I'm saying it. Anyway, I've been wanting to say that. I said one day I'm going to use that word. So I'm going to use it right now. I think it's actually applicable. Brouhaha. This brouhaha going around with Devin Haney, Bill Haney. And actually, Devin Haney is not even in the mix. You know, he's not saying anything about this. It's Bill Haney and the Bill Haney and the Devin Haney fans and Subriel Matias. I'm talking about, you know, basically the whole controversy has developed surrounding an interview in Mill City Boxing, and then I believe it was another interview at The Voice, I believe it was the name. I saw it yesterday. I briefly saw it. And basically, they say the same thing. Subriel Matias mentioned the same thing. He's talking about numbers that Devin Haney doesn't sell. That the reason why Devin Haney, hasn't had so much success is because his fights are boring. People don't like him. He says that Devin Haney, is not a Floyd Mayweather where people actually wanted to see Floyd Mayweather either win or lose, and that's the reason why they paid. But Devin Haney has basically not the interest of it doesn't create a buzz around the boxing community, his boxing style. And I'm going to tell you something. I like Devin Haney. I like the way he fights. He's a focused kid. He's very athletic. He's one hell of a fighter, in my opinion. But, you got to give Subriel Matias the right to his opinion. And everybody's got a right to their opinion. Now, so talking about what the whole controversy is about, basically, Matias started going about the numbers that Haney makes when he fights. You know, the numbers when he fought Lomachenko, the numbers when he fought Regis Prograis, where Pitiful actually started going over the numbers and saying that the reason why Devin Haney is fighting Ryan Garcia now is due to the numbers. He wants to see those numbers. He wants to make money on, and that's Bill Haney also, because the one that is attracting people, the side that's attracting people, and he actually mentioned that Ryan Garcia was the A side, not Devin Haney, on this upcoming fight next weekend. All right, next Saturday is Ryan Garcia, and he's the one that's bringing all the numbers. And he says if this fight doesn't bring as many as 500K pay-per-view sales, then that shows you that Devin Haney does not sell. Is somebody that's boring, and there's nothing controversial about that. I actually think it's that's his opinion, and he's talking about facts. He says that the reason why Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis made so much, I think it's over 1 million pay-per-views, was because they have a big following, both of them, but Devin Haney does not. All right, and so he's saying that a fight between himself and Pitbull Cruz would bring more interest. That he started, just ranting and answering some of the questions here. Now I'm going to tell you something. There's two sides to this story, and this some things that get lost in translation. And when you have some of these translators, trying to translate from English to Spanish, some things get lost. You can say something in Spanish and try to translate it in English. It does not signify the same thing. And that you got to be careful with. And for all my English-speaking friends that do not speak other languages like Spanish or anything else, do not understand the Spanish, and not only Spanish, guys, but the way, the lingo that Puerto Ricans speak you have to be careful. You got to take things with a grain of salt. And Subriel Matias, what he's saying is that Haney's boring. He doesn't sell. Basically, in a nutshell, this is what he's saying. And that's what's going to make a Haney card exciting, is when Haney brings somebody exciting to the mix, not just himself. And there's nothing wrong with that. That is a fact. That is a fact. Whether you Haney fans like it or not, it is a fact. He's a boring fighter. And like I mentioned in my last episode, I don't believe he has the killer instinct. People like to see fighters with the killer instinct. Now you tell me, how can you spin what Matias said, right, about Haney not selling by himself, or he needs cooperation from a fighter, specifically a Latino fighter that has all that Latino fan base behind him? How can you spin that and say, oh, he's ducking Haney? Come on, guys. Are you kidding me? You think Matias is scared of Haney? I'm going to tell you something. I don't think Haney's scared of Matias either, but he doesn't have that killer instinct. And that killer instinct is going to show when they fight, and I'm 100% sure now they're going to fight. All right, because this whole situation has been blown out of proportion. All right, and the Haney fans are taking it and running with it and calling Subriel Matias a diva, and Subriel Matias, a duck, and some other words. All right, and I'm gonna tell you something. I watched several of the shows, and I can understand the argument. But like I told Tough the other day, Tough Glove, a lot of things get lost in translation. So you got to see both sides. All right. Now there's something I agree with. Something I agree with those critics of Matias. I'm gonna tell you what I agree with. I'm gonna be honest with you. All right. I'd rather Matias not talk about numbers. I'd rather have Matias not talk about, this guy doesn't sell or that guy, talk about, you want to take his head off. All right. And he has said it. But focus on the killer instinct type of mentality and leave the salesmanship or the business side, like you have said many times, Subriel, to the guys running your business, your promoter, your manager. Let them talk about the numbers and all that shit if they want to talk about it. If I were you, I wouldn't touch this subject again. I would talk just about, like, the fights you want to make. And one of the things for all you Haney fans, and that's something I criticize about Matias, all right? I don't agree with that because I'd rather see Matias as that killer he is, and I'll talk about, the business side, which is something that, although he should be interested in, and I know the reason why he's doing it is because of Bill Haney, he's trying to retort. He's trying to answer to insults and, and half truth from Bill Haney and his team, all right? So I understand the reason why he's doing it, but I don't agree he should do it, all right? Talk about all these numbers and all this other stuff. Now, the way I'm going to debunk that perception from all of you, all of the guys that are talking about Subriel Matias being a duck, is something he said. All right? Something he said. And he said, if you see a Mill City Boxing interview, and if you see the Voice interview, he says, I'm going to make his clown of a dad. He's talking about Bill Haney. I'm going to make sure, and I just can't wait to see Bill Haney throw in the towel for his son. And he's going to call me his son instead. That's what Matias said. So when you say you can't wait to see Bill Haney throw in the towel for his son Devin when he's fighting Subriel Matias and he's going to have to quit in his tool, does that mean he's ducking? Does that mean he's ducking? Answer that honestly, guys. And forget about the numbers things. The numbers thing is something that he's coming out with, answering to all the half-truths from Bill Haney and his team. He's fed up with that shit. Subriel Matias is a very humble guy, guys. Subriel Matias is the real deal. Subriel Matias is not one of these, shit-talking boxers like Richardson Hitchens and some of these other, like we call him in Spanish, charlatans, who say one thing and don't deliver when they're inside the ring. The Adrian Broners, the Richardson Hitchens, there's so many examples like that. Gary Antoine Russell right now talking mad shit when he didn't dare to fight Subriel Matias when they were both on PBC. And I'm going to tell you something about this also. Why do you keep on bringing Gary Antoine Russell? He's not even ranked in the top 10 of the IBF, bro. This guy has no title. There's nothing beneficial for Subriel Matias. This guy hasn't earned a title shot. What the hell is going on with some people nowadays, man? You got to earn it. Like Subriel Matias has done the hard damn way. Subriel Matias has earned the right to become champion, to dispute the title. He defended his title. He's going to fight a tough cookie right now in Lee Amparo. And those crazy Devin Haney fans, who believe that Devin Haney is going to outbox Subriel Matias, those guys, are not going to give, even if Subriel Matias stops Lee Amparo, they're not even going to give Subriel Matias credit for that. They're going to say, Lee Amparo was a nobody. Who has he fought? And that's the thing that Subriel Matias has been able to, has had to deal with since the beginning. He's fought all the tough dudes, all the damn beasts that nobody want to fight with. All those guys that are undefeated. Made them stop. Quit in the corner. Quit on their stool. Said, no mas dias. and you still get no credit. Now I'm gonna tell you something. He's gonna stop Liam Paro by the seventh round. That is my prediction. And you're still not gonna give him credit. And you're still gonna hear people talk shit about Subriel and Matias. But I'm telling you, whether it's the fight after Matias or the second fight after the Liam Paro fight for Matias, he's gonna fight Devin Haney. And I think that at the end of this year, and the reason why he was talking about Regis Prograis is nobody knocked out Regis Prograis. Regis Prograis has only 2 losses in his resume, all right? And Regis Prograis talks so much shit about Subriel Matias, and that's something as a fighter, and he's acting right now as a fighter. He's saying what he feels. Probably his management team is gonna say something different. It's gonna say, no, man, you're not gonna fight Regis Prograis. He wants to fight him to show the world and to get that little thorn out of his side, that he wants to beat the shit out of Regis Prograis. Stop him, knock him out. A lot of these boxers that become champions go through former champions and fight former champions. Why can't Matias do it? Why are you criticizing Matias for wanting to fight a former champ and show everybody what he's made of and how he can do something that nobody else has done, which is stop Regis Prograis? Imagine that. That's a feather on his cap, guys. That's a feather on Matias' cap. So whether it's a fight right after Liam Paro against Devin Haney, or 2 fights after Liam Paro, the Devin Haney fight should get made. And my suggestion and my advice to Matias, listen, don't talk about numbers anymore, because they're gonna, these guys are gonna spin that, and they're gonna, somehow come up with the idea, manufacture this cloud of smoke that you are talking. And from the history and the experience that you have seen in Matias' resume and his achievements in boxing, he has never ducked anybody, guys. You think he's gonna duck somebody like Haney that poses no threat to him as far as getting hurt or anything like that? Guy hasn't knocked out anybody. Doesn't have the killer instinct. He's gonna be running. He's gonna be running all night long. He's gonna ask for a huge ring. He's gonna ask for all these crazy things Bill Haney will, because he knows that once they sign the dotted line, they won't be able to backtrack. You can talk all this shit you want now. You can spit it all you want now. You can say that Subriel is ducking, and they've been saying it from the beginning, making up stories. Bill Haney's a big liar. He's a Don King wannabe. That guy, most of the shit that comes out of his mouth is bullshit. It's lies. Do I believe what Bill Haney says? No. I take everything Bill Haney says with a grain of salt. Now, I know that Subriel Matias, is ticked off about that, and he wants to show everybody what he's made of, and he's gonna have his shot. Believe me, guys. He's gonna have his shot against Devin Haney. And when that time comes, and just like Matias says, he's dying to see his father in one corner throw in the towel and stop the fight. Say, no, please. No more beating up on my son. One of the things I said in one of these YouTube channels, I really respect Tough Glove. Really respect that guy, man. I really like his content. He speaks from the heart. And I know he's just talking the way he feels about, this whole situation. But one of the things that I told him, that I wrote in one of the comments, is win, lose, or draw. Win, lose, or draw, Devin Haney's going to wind up in the hospital, guys, after that fight. So be careful what you wish for. And all this shit that has been talked about Subriel Matias now, that's only adding fuel to the fire, guys. Adding fuel to the fire. All right? But anyway, guys, this is what I had to mention. You're on that. You want to rely on lost in translation type of gossip and your perception, twisted perception, and the spin on what Matias said. Go right ahead. Sooner or later, they're going to have to face each other, and we'll see who's right. We'll see who's right. And like I tell my guys, listen, best lie detector in the world is the ring, the boxing ring. You can't lie inside the ring. You can't bullshit inside the ring. All right, you can talk all that crap outside the ring. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to beat you up, blah, blah, blah. Once you step inside the ring, just like Pitbull Cruz did right now, that's a big, and there's so many examples like that. Rolly Romero talking all that crap before the fight, what happened? All right? Adrian Boner talking all that crap about Chino Maidana, what happened? Latinos don't play, guys. Don't play that game. We don't talk shit. You see a Latino fighter, he's usually quiet, humble, like Gustavo Lemos was against Richardson Hitchens. He wasn't saying shit. He was quiet the whole time. Latinos like to do their talking inside the ring. Most of us. Right? You got some exceptions. But time is going to come when all that shit talking is not going to matter. Because you can't win a fight by talking crap. The only way you can win a fight is by showing you have the killer instinct, determination, you prepare for it, and you're going to go inside the ring and you're going to take your opponent's will. And you're going to destroy that will with your will to prevail. Anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think. For all you Haney fans, listen, guys, I like Bill Haney. I mean, not Bill Haney, I'm sorry. I like Devin Haney. I think he's a real fighter. He's a really skilled fighter. I think he's a very gifted athlete. Now, I prefer the type of fighter that Subriel Matias is. I like that more aggressive, come forward type of fighter. I always liked that type of fighter. I used to fight like that myself. So I can associate, I can identify with that type of fighting. All right. It's like that Latino heritage that we have. We move forward. We want to steamroll over everybody. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. Should Matias quit talking about numbers, the business side, and just focus on fighting and talk about, his upcoming fights and his future in boxing and what he's going to do to Liamparo? Or should he, be able to talk shit too? All right? He's got a right to do that too, apparently. Let me know what you guys think. Please remember, like, share, subscribe. Most of you guys are subscribing. The ones that are not, please remember to hit that like button, that subscribe button, and tap on the bell icon so you can be reminded when a new program, a new episode comes along. All right, guys, listen, I'm here at the park already. Gonna get ready to train my guys. It's a beautiful day in Miami. So until next time, this is Coach Mario, owner and head coach of Warriors Pride, and Inside the Ropes, just saying, hasta la vista. God bless you all, and peace.